精准了。Yahoo！ 我记得不是关板的吗？哦，对啊，关板了。噔。5分钟过后应该会有一个10几分钟的 pre show 吧，我不知道，之前是这样没错。40分钟。现在根本没有人醒着吧？不可能会有人醒着吧？没可能吧？啊，这是新的 like intro 是不是？这种感觉是，好像是 1分15秒。这样有吗？有，好。OK。
Welcome, folks, to the Operation Heavy Metal season reveal pre-show. I'm your host, Chris Waters from the Ubisoft News team, and in just a few minutes, you'll be getting the full look at Ram, the new operator, her Boogie Auto Breacher gadget, and a whole lot more coming in Operation Heavy Metal. But first, we recorded a little chat with these fine fellows down here about some topics around Operation Dread Factor, the previous season. We're going to check in on how things are going, touch on a few topics before getting into the full season reveal itself. That timer's telling you where we're at in the show, so stick around. We're going to have a good time. And I'm now going to welcome Joshua Mills, Associate Game Director. Joshua, thank you for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's always fun to talk to you, man. I loved it around SI, so it's good to be doing it again.
That's right. We had a fun chat around SI, and now Operation Heavy Metal's coming up, but we're going to talk Operation Dread Factor, and joining us as well, Mathieu Lacombe, the game designer. Mathieu, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thanks for having me again. We had a lot of fun last season, and I'm glad that you invited me again, right?
We did. You did well enough. You got a return invite. First, two-time pre-show appearance, Matt, your current reigning champion. Let's hope you can keep up the streak. You better have some good answers. Just kidding. All right, no, seriously, though. Let's talk Fenrir. Fenrir is the new operator in Operation Dread Factor, and I want to get y'all's read, how it's going, what's the deal with Fenrir in the current state of the game. But first, let's start off with a reminder of kind of the design intention of Fenrir. This operator, what kind of role were you hoping he would fill with those mines, that vision-obscuring gas? What was Fenrir's deal?
Fenrir was an interesting operator, right? We wanted to have this quarterback kind of defender. Like, you sit at the back, you look at everything that's going on, you get the intel, you work well with the rest of the team, and then you hack and you improve your defenses depending on the information that you get.
Now, he has been active for the full season, and I want to get a sense of how it's going. What's his pick rate like? How are you seeing him being played? How's he in action?
Really, we have players having a great impression of this operator. We have some calls that is really good, really interesting. But the data doesn't show that he's actually overperforming, which is great because when you pick Fenrir, you feel like empowered because you're doing so great. So that's how we're kind of with this pick rate. Good, but not overflowing. And
我可以看一下其他台有没有 drop。
We have players that are enjoying this operator.
Yeah, and he's really, like you said, that kind of manipulator in some way. He's really forces attackers to reconsider things. Are you seeing, beyond sort of he's being picked, how are you seeing him impacting players when you're watching streams, when you're seeing him in action? What kind of play style are you seeing really shine through with Fenrir?
Sure, yeah. So Fenrir, ultimately, when Fenrir's on the board and you know it, treading carefully is kind of the name of the game at that point, because you are not going to be as effective at the gunfights that you think you want to take. Maybe you're going to swing it, and the next thing you know, maybe I should get back behind cover because I just got hit by a net now. So as far as that goes, it is definitely cautioning players on what they're trying, like what kind of engagements they're trying to take, and kind of telling players, hey, you need to take a second, clear this utility, or find another way around this situation. We're seeing that. We're actually seeing it in the data as well, where FNets are being destroyed at a good rate. People getting caught in it are not being like, it's not overwhelming that you're caught in it and then the kills are through the roof or anything like that. It's actually more of a deterrent than anything. So all in all, I think it's really stretching players' kind of play styles right now and kind of forcing players to react to him being on the board. This is why his ban rate is probably a little bit higher as well, because he is significantly challenging, and we can see that with different specific operators that tend to, stop your entry going quite as fast.
Now, you sort of talk about his impact with his allies, operators that try to slow down that entry. What are some of the, are you seeing anyone pairing with him? Are people kind of doubling down? Or conversely, are you seeing anyone picking certain operators to better deal with Fenrir?
I mean, we started the year with Brava, right? This is the perfect operator to counter Fenrir. We've seen like some back and forth going on there. Brava is still picked, it's represented in the ranked match. So we really have a back and forth between those two. It's fun to see.
Yeah, we were talking about Brava during the pre-show last season, Matthew, and you were saying it was great seeing all the gadget interactions and people really stirring the pot, really mixing it up with Brava. And so this is interesting to see. They're kind of like a point counterpoint to each other in that they have that direct interaction. And
14分钟。
It's really fun to have the.
可以再等一下。
You have the first operator, then the second
反正
operator interaction.
之前也是3点才开始，
The whole
可
year
能
and
太
a half
早
and
开
a
了
half。Interaction. It's super fun for us to see us there. And when the players like follow along, it's like it's a plan coming up together. It's fun.
Absolutely. Now, Joshua, you were touching on, it's challenging players' play style. Like you're forcing attackers who are tuned into this to either just knuckle down and take their chances in the gas, or to play around it, try to deal with that. Is this sort of in tune with kind of overall operator design philosophy of how you're evolving, what people can do, what challenges they face, and how they deal with them in Siege?
Well, yeah, like in general, Siege is all a game about either playing the other player that you're facing or trying to outthink them, outsmart them. I mean, the more we have that in the game, the more opportunity there is for players to maybe take a fight without just straight like a fight. And that's really the essence of it. The more these tools are available to players, the more they use them, the more they're able to sway the way the battles go, or at least pull more advantages in their favor, or, like you said, kind of force players to either deal with the situation you set up or come up with their own creative solution on how to work around it. It's a simple thing of option. Like, you're not forced to do it. Like, I think that the term forced is pretty strong, but it's definitely telling you, you want to take this fight this way, I've set it up this way, and that's your choice at this point, or you can do something else. So
You can find another way around. Chat, let me know. I mean, this is pre-recorded, so I'm not checking it out right now, but I'll be watching. I want to hear, are you a go-around Fenrir type of person? Are you a take it straight on? I want to hear what y'all are getting into. Now, another segment of the community that I'm curious to hear about from y'all, pro players. On the esports level, sort of that high level of play, are we seeing Fenrir having an impact? I know that we're between majors, but kind of like, are you getting a sense for how those pros are using Fenrir?
Yeah.
I mean, I've followed my feeds a bit. I saw some claims and some declaration of how good he will be. So I'm hopeful that we will see this soon, right?
And it's not going to be too long, folks. If you want to see Rainbow Six Siege played at the highest level of competition by the best teams, here's your reminder. October 30th through November 12th in Atlanta, Georgia, the Blast R6 Major will be airing, and you will get to see how's Fenrir being used by the pros. Is Brava coming in as a counter? What are the current strategies evolving at that highest level of play? You're not going to want to miss it.
哦，还可以插广告，哇 ！Goddamn pre-show 还可以插广告 ，damn！ 我操，哇，这个操作我是第一次看到啊。I mean, Fenrir 有在职业赛场上面算一个还 OK 的角色，因为他没有1.5倍镜，所以他不强。
Now, a reminder. We are as part of the pre-show
二速角，二速二甲有喷子，有 MP7，然后技能有5个，可以开3个。关着的时候是防弹的，走进去你的视野范围会瞬间缩小，然后对枪就有优势。干你娘！这角色在任何地方都强啊，他是一个很屌的仙人角。除非你触发之后马上往后退，然后再往上抬你的枪支，然后打掉那个东西，或往左往右抬打掉。如果再把那个东西关掉的话，那你就打不了，你就一定要用东西爆弹解决它。这东西就是很他妈 busted， 因为视野的线索这种东西是 R6 第一次出现的机制，只要有新机制 ，Y8S1 到 S3 目前的角色技能都有一个新机制出现，这个是一个很奇怪的一个现象，就是害掉道具，这也是一个新机制嘛。这个不是那种害虫的那种害，那个是害掉道具的那种害。攻击方有车可以害掉道具，然后有一个新的机制出现。Y7 其实也有一堆新机制，例如说建造地图的能力，这也是一个新机制。你不是在现有的地图上面去建造新的防守物，你是可以在地图上面做一个新创的一个道具，新创一个建筑物。这个也是一个新机制。Y7S1 到 S4 也都是有一大堆新机制。然后 Y8 今年就有2个新机制，一个是偷人的东西，一个是视野线索。这一季的话，它的技能不算是一个新机制啊，它不太算一个新机制，它算是一个旧机制下面去让它更 effective 的一个方式。就你想想看，我们目前知道的就是它是软突破位，它可以突破软墙嘛，然后是一台车嘛，这个状况就是在针对 Bug 跟 Sledge 的这2只角色一个用处去做线索，而不是说就是只有 Bug 跟 Sledge 可以完美的做到这件事情，而是就是说还会有一只新的角色你可以用来当做一个软突破的道具，就是上对下垂直软突破的道具。这是一个新角色来把这个干员的对战条列，反正我不知道怎么讲，反正就是你要让他制造更多的角色可以去用，让玩家有更多的选择，去把这个机制避免说只有几只角色去使用它这样。我感觉这样是一个好的一个做法。这样子，如果假如说未来 Sledge 它要改成2速角色，它就合理了。因为当初会 nerf Sledge 的原因，其实很大一部分是因为软突破没有另外一个角色可以去担当。那今天推出这个角色出来之后，我觉得就会有比较多的选择可以去限缩一下 Bug 跟 Sledge 这2个干员的对抗。就增加一个新的干员来让这2只角色对抗不会那么激烈，这样。这就是目前R6要考虑的一件事情，就是如果在要做出新机制的状况下，再去对于旧机制上面去做一点平衡，不然新机制一出来，到最后就变成跟 LOL 一样，跟瓦罗兰一样，干一堆机制怪。把一堆机制混在一个人身上也不好啊，那就是要看他们要怎么样去平衡啊。因为这种东西就很麻烦。你新的机制如果是只有他有的话，那这个机制就很难去做平衡。那最后做的做法就是砍机制，像现在阿扎米跟 Solus 这2只角色都是新机制啊。你曾几何时防守方可以扫到攻击方的道具？没有，这是唯一一个防守方可以这么做的。那唯一一个防守方可以这么做，你看现在他那就超强，真的超强。阿扎米第一个可以在地图上面做 shape 的动作，就是塑形的一个动作。那这角色也是他妈超级强。那机制超级强的前提，机制超级强 然后又没什么好 counter 的，除了爆破弹以外可以 counter，但是你要怎么在资源有限的情况下，然后又腾出这些空间去做爆裂物，然后炸水的那个动作，我觉得很难啦，真的很难。所以照理来说，应该就是怎么讲，应该要去想过了。我会觉得应该要去想过，就是说要怎么去平衡这个机制的问题，不然到最后真的会变成跟怎么讲，变成跟瓦罗兰一样一堆机制怪，瓦罗兰 LOL 一样一堆机制怪啊。哎，目前我猜他们应该也是没有想到要怎么比较好nerf 阿扎米跟 Fenrir 的方法，所以就会摆着不做，对啊。Warden 也没有做任何调整，我记得 Warden 也不会做任何调整，已经维持2季了，就对啊。哎。30分钟了。
For sure. For now, folks, you heard it here. You got get a little mental edge on your enemies when they see you pick the observation blocker. And then, of course, the Blast R6 Major in coming October 30th through November 12th. We're going to get to see if the observation blocker makes a bunch of appearances there and how those pros put it to work. Gentlemen, this is the end of our time for the pre-show. I want to thank you, Joshua, for taking the time to chat some of these topics through with us. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks. It's a lot of fun. Like I'm not a pro like
3分钟开始倒数吧，我
I
猜。
can definitely tell I've been looking at YouTube more than the camera, but it's been fun. I really appreciate the opportunity, and it's always fun to make stuff for the community.
其实老实讲，听这3个人讲话，一方面你可以了解开发商要干嘛，为什么他们去平衡这些东西，为什么去这样做。但讲老实话，他们刚才也啥都没说，就只是讲了一下Fenrir 之类的事情，新干员、新道具、新图的事情，就啥都没讲。他应该讲得更直接一点，更犀利一点。老实讲 ，Ubisoft 一直在跟玩家对话这一块做的不太完善。老实讲。
Of the Operation Heavy Metal anime trailer.
Anime trailer. 有喽。
Keep those legs moving, Chansaya. We need to improve our time to make the cut.
Let's fly to Rainbow, she said. It'll be fun, she said.
Move!
啊！难怪中枪了。
Vigil, come in! No answer! The weapon's cache! We...
这是什么 K drama？小队全亡，只剩你一个。Vigil 还中枪。
Vigil. Chop her down.
V9还中枪，哇！来喽，1分钟倒数。不是 V9还中枪，然后 V9中枪，好像干没事一样，直接站起来一样，靠腰。干，他一整个就是靠腰啊我没事啊我被射一发而已，没事啊，我就站起来。没事啊，没关系啊，我站起来就好。而且这是 Visual 第一次出现在动画短片里面吗？我记得这是第一次，之前没有见过他。Okay, let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Operation Heavy Metal. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, here to present the lineup for Year 8, Season 3 of Rainbow Six Siege. To kick off the show, here's Creative Director Alexander Karpazis with an overview of the season.
Battle Pass update. 还有 Battle Pass update 牛逼。
The Rainbow Six Siege team is proud to present Operation Heavy Metal. It's coming with a new operator Ram coming from South Korea. She's joining the Red Hammer squad because of her destructive capabilities. With the season as well, we're bringing meaningful changes to the balance of the game and the way that you play. The playlists are going through some change as well, with the new game mode coming to arcade. We have a new tutorial system for all the new players jumping in this season as well. All of this plus a commendation system to reward other players. And we have much more to share with you, so please enjoy.
There comes a moment in every attacker's life when they think, how am I going to deal with that deployable shield and the traps that surely lie behind it? How do I choose which section of the floor to open up? How do I keep the defenders from hearing what I'm up to? Well, the operator with the answer to all of these questions is Ram and her Boogie Auto Breacher. You want to know more? Stick around.
While Ram is getting tuned up for her headlining performance later in the show, we've got some opening acts here to reveal new features and updates coming your way. We'll start with the commendation system, a new and rewarding way to recognize your teammates, like the spotter who set up great drone cams, or the text chat champ who stayed cool when you went down 3-0. UX designer Roland Poe will tell you about it.
Hello.
So the goal of the commendation system is to showcase some of the positive aspects we have in our game and allow players a new way to interact with one another and highlight those positivities. At the end of a match, players will have the opportunity to commend two of their teammates in up to 3 different categories. You can be commended for your dedication, so for being an engaged and reliable teammate, for being on comms, using pings. You can be commended for your guidance, so for showing leadership, for being helpful, and you can be commended for your valor, for being positive, being fun to play with, and just a great Siege community member. Also, you'll have the opportunity to vote to commend the other team as worthy opponents. If you had a fun and fair and fulfilling match against them, this is a great way to spread positivity, not just within your team, but throughout the entire lobby. Players who have been frequently commended in their recent matches will be considered to be on a streak, and will have a dedicated icon placed next to their name in places like the player profile panel, the in-match scoreboard, and player cards. And for players who are on a streak, they will also receive an increase to their Alpha Pack drop roll rate at the end of every match they have while streak is active. But the benefits aren't just for players on a streak. Every single player who is engaged with the commendation system will receive a mid-season Alpha Pack drop of epic rarity. In addition to that, the top 25% most commended players at the end of the season will receive an Alpha Pack drop of legendary status.
Wow.
So during Year 8, Season 3, we're also going to be updating the Reputation Center. We're going to have a new page that's all about commendations. You're going to see how many you've received, in which categories, the status of your streak, and the Alpha Pack drops.
Wow.
Also, we've heard your feedback about the Reputation system, and we know that you're looking for more information about how to achieve the highest reputation standings. That's why we're also having a dedicated page that's going to show some of the key negative actions and behaviors that can impact your reputation standing. So it's important to note that at the beginning of the season, your commendations will not affect your reputation standing. However, in a future update, after some monitoring, we're going to hook the two systems together, meaning the number of commendations you receive will start to impact your standing. So we're looking forward to getting this into your hands, to seeing how you engage with it, and together, making the Rainbow Six Siege community the best it possibly can be.
Now it's time to talk game modes. Operation Heavy Metal is bringing changes to Quick Match and Unranked, plus that brand new arcade mode we mentioned earlier. Game designer Robert Cole and gameplay programmer Albert Val are here to tell you more.
As we announced during the year reveal, we wanted to make changes to Quick Match in order to make it faster and more accessible. But we realized that we needed to make some tweaks to other game modes in order to fit those changes. The main objective for the changes that we're doing to Quick Match is to make it faster, not only by reducing the overall match timers, but also by reducing the waiting time. And additionally, the other main objective is to allow players to focus much more on the action. Now, in order to focus on the action, on the defender side, we're introducing a new system called pre-setups. Now, pre-setups are a pre-deployment of reinforcements.
所以它给你6面板。OK.
We have designed two variations for each bomb site, which will be chosen randomly at the start of the round, and they will cover the most reinforced ones, but also leaving agency for the players to use the remaining ones as they want. Now for attackers, we're also introducing a new system called Attackers Protection, which basically consists on a 10-second invulnerability phase at the start of the round, which will allow for a much safer approach to the build. In order to make Quick Match faster, we will be making changes to all the round from the planning phase to the action phase. We're also taking the chance to make some tweaks to the matchmaking algorithm, which will now find matches much faster. Additionally, since we had to make some changes to some of the maps for the pre-setups, we will be launching this season with a reduced map pool, which we will be expanding in the future. We know that this new direction is pushing the playlist into a much more quick and casual pace. That's why we will also be making changes to Unranked, starting by the name of the playlist. We are changing Unranked's name to Standard to better fit our playlist ecosystem, being a midpoint between our most competitive game modes and our most casual game modes. The main changes that we're doing to Standard is removing map and operator ban phases, so that players can play all the content without restrictions. We're also changing the overtime round to 1 to not drag the game for far too long. With these changes, Standard will now become the go-to place for players who want a classic Siege experience without jumping to ranked, but also a place for players who want to try out the new operators with the removal of the map and operator ban phases. These changes will bring a much stronger identity to these playlists, and we are confident that players will enjoy them.
OK，
这样讲合理多了，这样讲真的合理多了。A place for players to play our previously released arcades, such as Golden Gun, Snipers Only, or even new ones like Free for All. We received an awesome feedback from you throughout the season, and we want to keep the playlist fresh and engaging. So, we're introducing a new arcade called Weapon Roulette. Weapon Roulette is a team deathmatch game mode where all players have the same weapon. But there's a twist. This weapon is gonna be changing to a random new one every short amount of time. So get ready for chaotic and unexpected gunfights. From Kali snipers to short-range shotgun, it's gonna be crazy. As well, it's a place for newcomers to learn about new weapons and attachments. And yes, it's gonna be ready for season release, so have fun with your friends.
所以那个 attachment 都是随机的哦，不会吧 ？attachment 都是随机的哦。
Fuse, Grim. We have news to share on each of these operators, as well as a big update on shotguns. If you've ever run with a shotgun or faced off against one, you're going to want to hear what Associate Game Director Joshua Mills has to say.
So shotguns on Siege have not been the most reliable tool for our operators, and that's one of the things we wanted to address. So we're actually kind of overhauling the entire weapon class. There are a couple shotguns that will not be included in this update, but those are the slow shotguns. Focusing on all the rest, there are significant changes coming. If we want to look at a template that really signifies where we're going with this, you can look at Smoke Shotgun. and that is actually the foundation that our amazing weapon expert Matthew Lacombe used. So broad changes that you can expect with the shotgun rework are far more precision when you're ADS'd, far more destruction when you're not, and even more destruction when you're moving and not ADS'd. And some of you already know this actually works, and I've been doing it with the Bailiff for some time. Well, we've actually taken that feature and expanded that across the rest of the shotguns. We don't want anything in the game to ever be a non-option. So at the end of the day, shotguns are going to be far more consistent and a viable tool for you to bring out on the field. Fuse's charge can chew through and reinforce wall and then start deploying on the opposite side. So we extended that a little further and said we do that on deployable shields, or in some cases, even a Talon shield for most. The goal here is versatility, allowing players to adapt to the environment that's been set up around them. So whether that means deployable shields out and about, or you have OSA on your team helping you, it has extreme destructive capacity, but at the same time, it's a high risk kind of move.
Cluster charge going up!
So Grim, in part one, we really focused on the efficiency of the launcher. That, as well, is a little bit of his kit. One of the main contention points of Grim in general is the face check for intel. You have to point this launcher and put yourself in risk in order to actually take that shot. So the second part of the buff is actually to add an alternate mode to the launcher. This new alternate mode will allow the player to actually bank canisters off the wall or off a surface instead of directly sticking to them. This allows more play and allows you to get them in trickier spots. We want to reward players that have a plan, and just like our other operators with their alternate modes, like Zofia and Capital, Grim will have the same functionality, being able to select what type of canister is going to come out of that launcher the second you shoot it.
Yeah.
So the Frost change has been a hot topic for us since its reveal. And one of the big things we want to get across here is that the fact that a player can end up helpless in our game has no space there. We do not want that. And that's one of the steps that the Frost change is trying to do, where if a player finds themselves on a welcome mat, they have options. Options are, I can pull that off myself with a severe debuff. I'm probably not gonna survive that anyway, but at the same time, I can also have my friend come and help me out. At that point, you will receive no debuff for doing so because they'll safely remove the trap from you. This is exactly how it works in live, and also sets up for the scenarios where Frost can get a 2-for-1. So the big thing about a player being able to take the Frost trap off of them, at least on the last TS, is that it wasn't severe enough. That people were able to do it too quickly. We're taking it from 2.5 seconds all the way up to 4 seconds, also including a far more severe debuff. That debuff will last up to 60 seconds and reduce the player all the way down to a walking speed while still leaving that blood trail and making all the vocal calls that we have seen on the lab TS. I'm super, super excited about Season 3. There's a lot of stuff packed in there. The shotguns alone are a massive package. Beyond that, it's our collaboration that we've already started to establish with the community in a far more tight-knit way. And I really appreciate that, and I'm thankful for that, and I can't wait for what we're going to be able to do together as we move forward.
这样合理多了，这样超级合理。
In Siege, there are a few things you'll need to keep in mind when you're playing your first match. New tutorials focused on the core mechanics are coming this season. Let's get the details from game designer Victoria Vera.
Tutorial mode.
As we mentioned in the Year 8 reveal, we will have not only new playable tutorials, but a fully fledged new first-time user experience that aims to make newcomers feel more guided through their journey through Siege. We will have 3 new tutorials: Basics, Attack, and Defense, that aim to make the newcomer feel more confident while playing their first Siege match. The first tutorial will be Basics. In Basics, we will be covering what makes Siege truly Siege. We will make a special emphasis on core mechanics such as leaning, verticality, secondary gadgets, unique abilities, and so on. The other 2 tutorials will be covering the asymmetrical nature of Siege, so it will be Attack and Defense. So the Attack tutorial will cover how to win a round as an attacker. We will be covering the mechanics needed for doing so, which include how to drone, how to enter the building by rappelling, how to destroy defender gadgets and cameras, how to use tactical advantages such as breaching, defusing, and finally eliminating all opponents. So the defense tutorial will be serving the same purpose as the attack one, but this time as a defender. We will be covering mechanics such as reinforcing, barricading, how to prepare a good setup, and other mechanics that are needed to understand such as electricity. So after you complete the tutorials, we will be rewarding 10 unlocks, 5 on attack and 5 on defense. We do have plans for the future. We are preparing the new AI Defender playlist, in which newcomers
我就想说，他没有一个 tutorial mode， 他们进去 casual， 然后别人还帮你封城，那这样要怎么学？幸好他们有给一个学法。
When we talk about player comfort, we're not talking about your gaming chair. We're talking about all the little things that make playing and watching Siege that much better. In this season, we're giving you the option to remove the HUD while using FreeCam. And that's not all. Creative Director Alexander Karpazis is back to tell you more.
Yeah. 这个就是 for content creator.
Last season, we introduced FreeCam in the match replay. And this season, we're bringing an update. We're allowing you to remove the HUD from the replay cam so that you can capture the perfect moment and use that in any of the content that you're making. So this feature is also coming to the spectator mode. FreeCam plus Hide UI will be one package for all spectators out there. For us, we're really excited to share these tools with the esports scene. This will change the way that people will be able to watch the matches play out in real time. And we can't wait for you to have a new perspective on those pro matches. With the latest update coming to FreeCam, that means there's going to be a new way for all of you content creators to capture what you want, the way you want it, and share it with the world. Another quality of life update that's coming that's very near and dear to my heart. We've all had that one squad mate who went to grab a sandwich an hour ago and you want to kick him from the match. Now you can. You can kick and promote in your squad now.
Finally.
So starting with Season 3, Operation Heavy Metal, you'll also be able to read patch notes in the game. So if you ever want to refer to them, you don't have to go anywhere else but in-game to check them out. Our patch notes are the place to go to whenever you want to find out the real details that are changing each season and each patch that comes within the season itself. So now you have a permanent home to reference whenever you want to see what's up.
Oh my god.
Changes are coming to Operation Heavy Metal Battle Pass to make it easier for you to target the rewards you want. Here to explain this update is Business Strategy Director Mohammed Ben Hanada.
那个中东人 ，OK。
Late last year, we released the new Battle Pass system. We've received a lot of good feedback from you, the community. The two major points we want to work on for the next coming seasons is the discoverability and the navigations. So for the discoverability, we're introducing the Intro tab. The Intro tab will give you an overview of the main rewards to unlock during the seasons.
Okay.
So this is going to come up in Year 8, Season 3. And as I said, during the upcoming seasons, you'll see more and more improvements on the discoverability and navigations. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
Now,
nice
the time has come for destruction.
Nice change.
The time has come for chaos. The time has come for RAM. First up, we'll have concept artists.
而且他们做了一个很重要的改动，就是他们把新干员放在最后一个讲。之前新干员放在第一个讲，大家都超无聊，不想听他的 backlore。现在就是给老玩家你先读完这些，就是我们这个赛季做完的改动，然后最后一个再做新干员。我觉得这是一个很棒的改动。
Ram's unit, an all-female unit,
果然是韩国人设计的 ，OK。
is really competitive to get in. As we research and learn more about this unit, Tarantula/Taeho unit, we all agreed that this character should look absolutely badass. Ram's gadget is rather mechanical than high-tech, so it was a natural choice for us to make the design more greedy, more grounded, which I know that a lot of our fans have been asking for. Her night visions, camouflage, combat shirts and pants, these are all general aesthetics that we borrowed from South Korean military. And then we went through redesigning process on top of that to give a more uniqueness, to make this character really memorable and stand out.
So RAM is part of Red Hammer. So the capacity of destruction of this device needed to be unlimited. With this operator, we are introducing the biggest throwable ever made in Siege. The buggy needed to be very heavy.
Biggest throwable.
We have two rotating shredders on the bottom to destroy floors and rotating saws in the front to smash walls. Finally, to increase the sentiment of chaos, we decided to power this device with a combustion engine.
Boogie deployed. Boogie is a go!
Ram's gadget is the Boogie Auto Breacher. These are massive bulletproof tools of soft destruction. Ram can throw these boogies from pretty much anywhere, so behind cover, she can also do this while repelling. And as a matter of fact, if she were to throw one of these through a barricade, it'll smash right through, though a castle armor panel will withstand the impact. Once a boogie has been deployed, Ram can activate it from anywhere on the map. She does this remotely, just like you would with Thermite or Fuse. At any point before activating her gadget, Ram can use the alternate mode to switch her trajectory. She can choose between having it move directly forward or curving it to the left or to the right. These alternate modes can be very useful to deal with situations, say, around a corner without having to expose yourself. A great example of this is Blue Elbow in Oregon Basement. So Ram's kit is really designed to allow players to emphasize on either her aggression or destruction aspects. Ram's first primary option is the R4C, which you may recognize as Ash's signature assault rifle. This weapon is great for aggressive pushes onto site and those quick engagements. And to help Ram with the longer range aspects of some of her engagements, we're giving her a few extra high-powered scopes. For players who prefer more of a suppressive fire approach, Ram also has access to the LMG-E. This weapon's massive magazine and fairly good recoil make it an excellent choice for players who just want to hail bullets and sustain pressure on the enemy. So Ram's first secondary option is the Mark 1 9mm. For more aggression players, this is going to be very useful in a gunfight, in case you ever run out of bullets in your primary.
And then
Ram's alternate secondary is the ITA-12S shotgun.
Nice.
This is a great choice for players who really want to double down on that destruction aspect of Ram. So Ram is a 3 health, 1 speed operator. She is an unstoppable force. She's there to take position and hold constant pressure on the enemy. And that extra health is going to make sure that whatever the defenders throw at her, she's not going away anytime soon. So Ram's secondary gadget options really once again allow players to focus on either aggression or destruction. Her first option is flash grenades, which are fantastic in a gunfight to really push down on those defenders. Alternatively, Ram has access to hard breach charges. At her simplest, Ram is a fantastic vertical operator. Unlike operators like Buck or Sledge, she can do her destruction from relative safety. We're hoping that players who are perhaps a bit wary of doing vertical play will really take to this and experience this absolutely core element of Siege's gameplay. Ram is also great at destroying a lot of gadgets that you would typically find in those narrow corridors and choke points, making it a very easy push for the attackers. More experienced players may notice that remote activation, alternate mode, and also the sheer sound that this gadget produces are all tools at their disposal to come up with much trickier strategies. Ram's Destructive Chaos is a really good smokescreen for operators who have gadgets that have very loud sound cues that defenders will typically want to pay attention to. Examples of this are Fuse, Amaru, and just about any hard breach operator. Imagine trying to bandit trick a wall when the ceiling is being torn out from above you. Operators like Flores, Brava, and Twitch all really want to get their drones on site to deal with enemy utility. And the boogies can absolutely help them do that. The easiest way to counter Ram is simply to outposition her, and she's not exactly a quiet operator. Some operators, especially stealthy ones like Caveira or Vigil, can really take advantage of that. Even though Ram's boogies are bulletproof, they're not indestructible. Explosives such as C4 or impact grenades will destroy boogies immediately. Boogies also have a large red canister on the rear that, just like on Mira or Osa, can be shot to destroy it. Though Ram's gadget is mechanical once it's activated, before it's been activated, it's electronic, meaning it can be jammed by a well-placed mute jammer, or also detected by Solace. The absolute chaos and destruction that Ram brings to the battlefield is so much fun. We've had a blast testing her out, and we're hoping that players have that same experience.
You can play the season test server for Operation Heavy Metal starting next week. put Ram's gadgets through its paces, and start working on your counter strategies. And remember, whether you're on the test server or in the live game, reporting issues you encounter to R6Fix will give you a chance to earn some neat rewards. Now, before we wrap up, there's one more thing. And yes, it's a new elite.
Yay.
Please welcome to the Elite Club for the first time, Thunderbird.
Oh, OK， 这只哦 ，damn。这个是它剧情的一个小 lore 吧。唉，这次改动真的不烂，这次改动不烂。唯一最大的问题就是哦，还有一个 elite， 哇！唯一最大的问题就是那个叫什么？A casual on rank 的那个地图式。最大的问题就是那个，就只有这样没了。对。它连显示在 drop 的列表都没有哎，那我记得它就是怎么讲？等下我查一下我之前 drop 的列表。我之前的 drop， 我记得我是怎么拿 drop 的？我想一下，找这个，还有这个 reveal panel drop， 这个。我不知道他是怎么给的，但就是他一定会给你的 charm。我不知道他到底是怎么给的，反正就是他一定会有一个 charm 就对了。I don't fucking know。哎，嗨你好，虽然说我刚才没有在看聊天室，但对，嗨你好，早安。虽然说我应该直播完了，我应该要关掉了，但是很感谢你来啊。我找一下，他有那个啊，他有那个重播吗？这个是重播吗？啊，这个只有他的干员 ，OK。还是我要直接看我的直播重播？老实讲，嗨，你好。这整个改动每一个是烂的啊，这每一个改动基本上都是好的啊。fuck， 不是这样。我操，没有这边就没有字幕了。like 怎么讲 ？A green buff， 新的游乐场，新角色，散弹枪 nerf， 算 adjustment 啊，算 adjustment， 因为开镜变更准了嘛。开镜变更准，腰射变更烂一点，然后但是可以破坏的更多，啊对，然后 ，yeah green buff is massive，and 新的 tutorial mode， 我觉得这个最屌，我觉得这个算是这整个赛季的重点，因为它的赛季的重点，它两个是衔接起来的，啊一个是 playlist， 一个是 playlist， 就是你玩 casual， 你玩 on rank 那些的，就是预先做好 rotate 跟疯墙这个东西，我觉得是一个很屌的一个设计啊。然后它疯墙其实都很常规，它就是不太会出错墙，所以 like 这些都很不错。而且他说之后未来会在 casual 里面新增新图，我觉得这样就合理了，因为现在 casual 的图池是9张，然后 on rank 是13张。然后 rank 是16张，之后就会这样了。 就是之后就会改成这样。我一直在搞不懂的事情就是为什么 casual 只有9张，然后 unrank 却要塞一大堆什么莫名其妙的图进来，然后来凑那个图的张数。我其实觉得这样很白痴。然后我听他说他之后未来才会加 casual 的图，那我觉得这样就合理多，因为你总不可能 unrank 那些图然后不把它放进去 casual， 那你 casual 要上去 unrank 的人你要怎么衔接？是没办法衔接的嘛。那如果他说 casual 之后会加图的话，那我觉得这样就合理多了。因为那些都是人工的，就风墙 rotate 那些是人工的。他刚才说了嘛，就是他需要有数据才会有那些风墙的点可以去做，然后再用人工删减，然后做出一个比较好的 like setup 之类的。我觉得这样是好的我觉得 casual 未来再加新图，我觉得这样是好的。可是重点就是 unrank 现在的问题最大就是。怎么讲？他的图太激了，对，他的图太激了。他的13张图，他的13张图太激了，太白痴了我自己有看 leak 嘛？我看 leak 之后，我看到那些 leak， 直接给你看好了。Night Heaven 在 casual， 红色就 casual 跟 casual， 然后 unrank 的图你看Night Heaven Bank Border Concert Oregon 和飞机和Yacht 跟 Fortress， 然后还多一个 Villa 小类 Clubhouse， 这3张到底是来干嘛的？你这3张到底是来干嘛的？你这3张。如果你要进这3张的话，你至少给我一个理由，为什么他要进来？例如说他 casual 也有，那他 casual 也有的话，他进来 unrank 那就很正常，那就很没什么问题。可是他今天是 casual 没有，然后也没有进到 rank 我不期待他们这3张会进到 rank 但你至少要让他 casual 也有这张图你这样这3张放进来才合理不然这3张放进来 unrank 就很不合理。那今天他。这3张放进 unrank 的原因，刚才也解释过了嘛。刚才他在赛季直播的时候也解释过，说这3张是为了就是说，我们要收集数据，我们之后才知道这3张怎么封，然后我们会增加 casual 的新图量，那这样就合理多了嘛。那你给我一个理由，为什么他要放进 unrank？ 那你这样解释就合理多了嘛，对吧？那这3张很明显他们也不知道怎么封，对，很明显他们也不知道怎么封，所以他们需要 unrank 的人，就是新 casual unrank。这个叫什么 ？Tactical 模式 ，Classic 模式，随便反正就是新的 unrank 模式，就是正常模式 ，Normal 模式，随便。这3张放进来原因，就是为了他们要收集数据，收集防守方怎么那个怎么封墙，怎么做 rotate 的一个研究模组，他们要把这3张研究模组搬进来。然后让玩家研究出来一个玩法之后，再把它套进去 casual， 然后可能 remove 掉那些，然后 casual 就可以玩这张，那这样就合理多了，对吧？反正我最不喜欢的改动就只有这个。那他刚才解释过后，我确实觉得说这样的改动是好的，这样子不能说。应该说它不是不好，这个改动一开始用意它就是好的，但最大的问题就只有你的图池太烂，就这样而已。那图池太烂这件事情，就代表说他们需要一套研究模组去研究一个改动的方式嘛。那我刚才听他解释，那我觉得合理没问题对啊。反正对了，就简单来说，整个赛季我的想法就这样。反正这赛季我忍嘛，我就忍这一赛季，然后就为了他妈的干你娘他们赛季改这样，那我不要玩 unrank 就好了嘛，那我不要玩 unrank， 或是我忍一下，反正12张取3张 casual 图，几率很低嘛，对嘛，我就玩那9张图嘛。然后可能遇到了再跳就好了嘛，可能可以跳了，那我跳掉就好了嘛，对吧？那就没差，对吧？OK， 总而言之就这样，反正也没人看，那就对，这就当我自己的录影了，我自己 record 一下我看到的一个想法，然后未来我再剪成影片。OK。